Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zymax, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be of about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
What's happening, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to Weird Wednesday. How's it going, Jamie?
It is going good.
Going good.
How about you?
Oh, it's going. It's going good. Even if it's not going good, I just pretend it is and just keep rolling with it. Nah, it was a good day. Got up this morning about 7 o'clock, loaded up my crap, went fishing. Fished for 2 hours, caught a bunch of fish for dinner. So then I came home and did a bunch of crap around the house, and I'm getting a garden going again. So I've been working on that project and building some raised garden planters so I don't have to bend my fat ass over. Actually, well, that's the real reason, but my dog has her favorite thing to do is dig. So I figured if I put all my vegetables back in the ground again, she's going to dig them up and then I'm going to have to kill her. So I'm ready.
Not Tiki.
No, it's Dixie. Tiki's
not Dixie either.
Yeah, Tiki's just like, I ain't digging the damn thing. I'm going to lay on the couch and watch you do it.
I thought you were going to say you put them up there and let them dig the holes and then you put the plants in.
Yeah, I mean, that would work. But yeah, no. Dixie she's a different kind of dog. I literally have a hole in my backyard that is like 10 feet around and like probably 3 or 4 feet deep. And a 10-pound dachshund is the one responsible for it.
Oh, God, I thought you were going to say you had a hole already dug for her. I was going to say, Jesus Christ, Rob.
No.
She's got some little feet, too. I mean, that's a lot of digging for them little feet.
Yeah, the guy that came here and, cleared the property in the back, my back 40, he was like, where's your other dog? And I'm like, what other dog? The one that dug this hole. I'm like, that's her right there. He's like, no. I'm like, oh yeah.
The dog is looking at him like, not little me.
Yep. Zach, your fiance wants to pet my dogs.
Only if it's cool with you, bro.
She wants to pet my wieners, huh?
If you're okay with it, Zach.
Well, Yeah, they're a handful.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, some crazy stuff been going on around my town lately. I
What?
haven't even like been able to keep up with it. There's like just crazy stuff. Like people are crazy. People are just crazy.
I've been hearing something about that.
Yeah. I see some of the stuff people do. Like I saw a wreck happen today.
Now, crazy or stupid?
Both.
Okay.
Pretty stupid. The wreck I saw today was pretty stupid. Like, just like I see it happen and I'm like, what in the hell are these people doing? They're obviously not paying attention to what they're doing. They're probably on their cell phone or something driving, and it's just like running into each other, just like 4 cars, like all just. I'm like, what is it, like freaking Derby Destruction Day on the damn road today, or what? I'm like, I'm in a '95 Chevy Suburban. Come on and hit me. I ain't even gonna feel it.
Boom, boom.
I'm like, drive, and it's even army green. I mean, it looks like a tank, but it drives more like a, what's that thing they land planes on? A boat, aircraft carrier. That's what it drives like. Since my new car's still in the shitter. I was gonna call him today and see if my motor came in.
I thought my sweatshirt that I just got already had holes in it.
Oh,
But look, it's the ones that has the. I thought the sleeves felt long. I almost just got pissed.
you got them fancy thumb holes.
I got them fancy thumb holes.
Well, speaking of stupid is as stupid does. Mama said there'd be days like this. This guy, somebody ought to just kick this guy in the nuts. If he's in front of me, I'd do it. That's all I have to say about that.
That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, this guy. He's been in the news before. He's been, kind of somewhat sort of famous. Why is it?
Oh. Wait.
No, I don't know if it's what you're thinking.
No, I thought, but then I was wrong. I was thinking Olympic, but no.
No, it's this guy. Nirvana, Kurt Cobain's estate. Baby's all grown up, and now he's suing over the Nevermind art. The little naked baby in the picture.
Knew that was going to happen one day.
He's all grown up now, and now he's like, they exploited me. I'm going to sue them. Bitch, you just want some money.
I kept that album, too.
Yeah.
Because I had the original.
This dude's been going around telling everybody for years, yeah, man, I'm the Nirvana baby. I'm the Nirvana baby. And now all of a sudden he's like, hey, I think I know a way to get some money. Got with a lawyer,
But no, if he belonged to his parents at that time, then it would have been his parents that any money's going into a trust and that kid is just screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was exploited. Yeah, his little fishing baits out there for all to see. But he's just got to keep on just going with the fact that, hey, I'm Nirvana's the baby on Nirvana, and just go with it.
Well, hey, in 2016, he thought he was pretty cool because he tried to, re-up the picture here. So, 2016.
That's him?
Cool. Yeah. But, the baby from Nirvana's famous Nevermind album art is all grown up. And now he's suing the band for child sexual exploitation. A man named Spencer Eldon, douchebag, claims he's the naked baby famously pictured in a swimming pool on Nirvana's groundbreaking 1991 album cover. Now he's suing the band and surviving members Kurt Cobain's estate 30 years after the album dropped. Golly, 30 years ago that album dropped. I just realized.
Oh God, I feel old.
According to a new federal lawsuit obtained by TMZ, Eldon claims he could not consent to his image being used on the album artwork way back in the day because he was only a 4-month-old baby, and says his legal guardians didn't consent to it either.
So every freaking kid on a cereal commercial? I mean, come on, dude.
Eldon's going even further in his suit, and he claims the image is actually child pornography.
Okay.
He claims that the band made a promise to cover his genitals with a sticker. And
they
did. Know they made a promise. He was 4 months old.
Well, the thing is, they did go off of the pornography thing. They won. They changed the gosh dang album, and they did put a sticker on the cellophane on the albums after. There was a little sticker on the ones that were left over. So it was handled, bruh.
Yeah. He says, according to the documents, Eldon claims Kurt, Dave Grohl, and the rest of the band, I can't name the other guy, failed to protect and prevent him from being sexually exploited. He says he's having his naked body plastered on a famous album caused him to suffer lifelong damages.
Nobody would have known it was him if he didn't come out and say it.
Exactly. Eldon's going after the band, Kurt's estate, and others for damages, and he wants each one of them to cough up at least $150,000 each.
Kurt's estate?
We reached out to reps for Nirvana and Kurt's estate. So far, no words back.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to hear much back.
Yeah, he's just freaking wanting some money.
He just should stay under that water a little bit longer.
Yep. He sure thought it was cool back in 2016. I'm Nirvana, baby. Oh, wait a minute. I talked to the lawyers and they said I could sue.
Do you even talk to her where some dipshit friend of his? It's like, yo, you should sue. Like, once you guys Google back a few years and realize it's already all been done.
Yep.
But what is that behind him in that? Oh, I was looking at my big screen. What was that? Like the paint on the side of the.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. He did a kind of a failed attempt at recreating the artwork.
And the baby was cute. I really wish I didn't have to see him.
Yeah.
People will do anything.
Yeah. How many girls is he out, at the clubs and stuff? Hey, man, check me out. I'm the Nirvana baby.
Well,
oh, yeah, sure.
He's like, want me to prove it?
Yeah, really.
In my little Vienna. There's a lot of kids, okay, like on TikTok. Okay, little Danny, whoever from Family Ties or something. He's like, I'm little Danny, whatever. Like all like the child stars are coming out as like, you might not remember me now, but back then I was the cute, adorable little like boy on this, boy on that. A lot of them aren't even the real people. They're just pretending to be child actors.
Yeah.
But yes, all of these people are coming out of the woodworks. Exactly as Ariana. His parents would have got whatever money they got. And if his parents didn't put any aside for him, take it up with them.
Yeah.
But I always did think about that. I thought, those commercials with the kids in the diapers, like, when you grow up and your friends find out you're the kid that was like the little poopy butt diaper baby.
Yeah.
I'd be mad. Like, I'd be pissed at my parents. Like, yo, like, you guys consented for me to do that, but I didn't consent to have my ass put all over TV and, subjected to these, like, little leaky diaper jokes for the rest of my life.
Yeah. And nowadays, like with Apple doing this new thing where they can search your phone for, weird
anything.
Stuff. And for anything, yeah. I mean, how many people take pictures of their kid, their baby in the bathtub naked, I mean, it's just your kid naked in the bathtub. But in today's world, that could be child pornography.
Not only that, but when they're stealing it from you and taking it, now they have images of your naked children, and now it's child porn.
Yeah. Yep. that's the world we live in.
See, that's what the FBI is doing to keep people calm from being upset that your rights are being violated from under you. Nobody wants child porn, obviously. I don't want it, Rob. None of us wants it. So the best way for them to be able to get, oh, we're just going in phones just to scan through, make sure we don't see any, suspicious child porn, this and that, take it out, hold people responsible. And everyone's like, yeah, we're all for no child porn because we are. But do you see how many rights are being violated under that? Another loophole.
Yep.
Yeah, we all have pictures like the bathtubs with our siblings and stuff. I got older and put little tape over me, though. Electrical tape. Because I'm like, I don't want to be naked in the bath with my sister.
Yeah. A parent is always like, oh, yeah, we got pictures of you when you're naked in the bathtub. That's like when you bring over your first girlfriend or your first boyfriend or something. And your parents are like, oh, yeah, check these family pictures out.
Yeah, my dad would say stuff like, "Oh, she's about still being flat, and we'll get her a pump up bra with a patch repair kit in case one gets squeezed too hard and pops." Like, Dad, let's see what I got going on. Well, sea snakes are attacking divers. Or sea snakes attacking divers are just trying to get laid, scientists say. So never fear. They don't want to hurt you. They're just trying to get laid.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
Yeah. Sea snakes that have long been known to attack human divers are probably just on the prowl for sex, according to the authors of a new scientific paper. To back up a little bit, yes, sea snake incidents are something that can happen. A sea snake incident. A venomous creature known as the olive sea snake, which inhabits tropical coral reefs and can grow up to 6 feet long, has been reported to have attacked human divers unprovoked. Rob, say it. Which, even if the snake doesn't bite, can put divers in danger by understandably throwing them into a panic, note the researchers. The researchers reviewed available data on sea snakes and noticed something interesting. The attacks mainly involved males during breeding season and occurred in the midst of activities like sea snake courting rituals or two rival males fighting.
I got a snake, man.
In fact, it's just a lovesick boy. This sounds like justification for snake rape. In fact, it's just a lovesick boy looking for a girlfriend and making rather a foolish mistake, herpetologist and study co-author Rick Shine of whatever university in Australia told the New York Times. The snakes have somewhat poor vision and are seemingly launching themselves at divers in an attempt to find out whether they're suitable mates. Well, you don't just go blindly flinging and seeing where it sticks and if it's suitable. A co-author said. They just go, and this is them, of course, they can read a snake's mind, right? They just go, hey, there's a big thing over there. I'll just go check out if it's a female snake. He said, adding that once the snake realizes his error, he'll typically leave. That's why Alfred recommended that if you find yourself in this unpleasant situation, simply stay calm and allow the snake to investigate you with its tongue. Shine also noted that the sea snakes move so fast, You probably won't be able to get away anyway. And trying to fight is just likely to make the snake more aggressive. Now, that sounds like a threat.
I don't know.
So, yes.
Put your scuba gear on and
I got a snake, man.
So if you're swimming and you are approached by a big sea snake, seriously stay calm.
yep.
Let it lick you and investigate you.
I don't know about that, but well, never know until you're in this.
Yeah, normally I'm calm around stuff anyways. I've kind of learned in the water that the more you panic, the worse stuff gets.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a good rule of thumb to just stay calm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's a Florida man story, but it's actually a Florida woman story. And Jamie's going to be mad at me. And I'm blaming all this on Wolfie because he sent it to me. But it's got a good ending. So don't worry. Don't freak out.
Why? It has to do with animals?
Yeah, with a cat.
Please don't say the cat's dead.
No, the cat's not dead. The cat's in good hands. But a Florida woman was arrested for allegedly throwing ex-boyfriend's cat into the river after a fight. Yep. Blame it on Wolfie. I'm just the messenger here.
Wolfie, these stories put images in my head that never ever go away ever. I have images of horrible things happening to animals.
Yeah. A Florida woman's been arrested after allegedly throwing her ex-boyfriend's cat in the river following a fight, according to local authorities. On Tuesday, Krista Anna Thistle got into a heated argument with her boyfriend, not moving out fast enough. She wanted his ass gone.
Oh.
I'm taking my time, bitch. I ain't going nowhere yet. I still got 4 days on the rent check. And she's like, you ain't paid my damn rent. That's why I'm kicking your ass out. Anyways, that's just.
Is that what the article said, or did you improv that?
I was just ad-libbing that part. I'm just seeing this in my mind.
Okay.
They're fighting because I have some neighbors down the road that fight like that. Anyway. He wasn't moving out fast enough after the couple's breakup. See, authorities reported in the news release on the Volusia County Sheriff's Office down there near Debbie. According to the police report, at some point during the argument, the 53-year-old began removing her ex-boyfriend's belongings because he wasn't doing it fast enough. And she began removing his stuff, including his cat, Stanley, from the RV at the Riverwood Park campground in Oak Hill. Thistle then allegedly threw Stanley in the river. She threw the damn cat in the river. What a bitch. Stanley didn't do nothing. You know, he was just hanging out. Next thing you know, whoop, his ass gets chunked in the river by this crazy ass lady. So Stanley's in the river and he was still caged in his crate. Now that really sucks. The report states that the ex-boyfriend just up and jumped in the water to rescue Stanley. The estimated the cat was submerged for at least 20 seconds. Deputies were called to the scene shortly before 7 p.m. When officials arrived, they had observed that Stanley was still wet and shivering, according to the report.
That would have drowned the cat, that fucking bitch.
Yep. See, I told you were going to get fired up. And the boyfriend was wet, too, from the waist down, consistent with jumping in the river to save Stanley. Thistle then denied throwing
and
the
her
cat
neck
in the river.
was left unsnapped.
Yeah, exactly. She denied throwing the cat in the river, but was later arrested and transported to Volusia County Beach Jail, where she was charged with animal cruelty as well
and
as
meth.
assault. Exactly. You know, something was involved. After she allegedly demanded to make a phone call, bond out, and then she was going to kill her ex-boyfriend. That's something you want to tell them while you're in jail trying to get out.
She was on
As soon as I get out, I'm going to kill his ass. Yeah. She remained in custody with no bond.
Him and Stanley need to go into hiding.
Yeah. On Friday, the sheriff's office released the body cam footage of the arrest in the video. Thistle's seen being placed in handcuffs while the cat is wrapped in blankets. The ex-boyfriend's cat, Stanley, is now in the care of the Volusia County Animal Services for evaluation. So the cat's
Is
okay.
he going to get his cat back?
Yeah.
See, like I say, I'm all love and light. I don't wish hate on anybody. I don't want to harm anybody. If they attack me, I have to defend myself. I don't want to have to do that, but I do. When things like that happen, and if I see something like that happen, I can't stop myself.
Yeah, you're gonna go crazy.
I will finger gouge someone's head like a bowling ball. And that's just for starters.
Nostrils or eyes?
Mhm.
Where's the thumb go? In the nostril and the fingers go in the eyes? Or?
You got it.
Okay.
You got it. Unless I do a backward, but I don't take kindly to anything like that for defenseless animals, children, elderly. We were driving down the street one day in Fresno, and there was a man had his dog whipping him with the dog's leash, because the dog didn't do something, so he's beating the dog. I'm telling my friend, pull over, pull. Like, no. I'm like, pull the fucking truck over. I'm running out. Guy looks at me like, what's she doing? I grabbed the leash from him. And then I'm chasing him around, bullwhipping him with it, going, call the cops, call the cops. How do you like it? How do you like it, mother? He's like freaking out, like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
I served that man, restrained him until the police got there. The dog did get taken into police, animal control custody because the man couldn't have it. But yeah, I have no filter when it comes to seeing any type of abuse on a helpless animal, child, elderly person, anybody.
Yeah. There you go. Debbie says if he doesn't get Stanley back, she'll go to the rescue and get Stanley and find him a forever home.
And that's why I love you, Debbie. And that's why I call you an earth angel.
Yeah, Debbie's got some cool cats down around her place and some other furry creatures.
She is, yes, definitely. Definitely an earth angel. I mean, when I lived in the country, the guys that came up, they'd have to hear about me all the time. A guy hit a coyote. Oh my God. People that never met me before had to hear my wrath. Okay. So next we've got a handcuffed Oklahoma man escapes arrest on a stolen ATV, leads police on a high-speed chase. And I sent Rob the video because they give a little bit here of a description, but the video, it's just so funny to watch. An Oklahoma man being arrested on Tuesday managed to escape police and steal an ATV before leading officers on a high-speed chase through multiple counties while still handcuffed, authorities said. Police...
Again, a picture's worth 1,000 words. So here's your boy right here.
Here's your boy. Police in Edmond spotted the fleeing suspect on the ATV speeding past a stop sign in Edmond and cutting through parking lots to the train tracks on the other side. The Edmond Police Department told Fox News. A second officer spotted the man run another stop sign. Well, let's just let the video do the talking.
Yeah, let me pull it up here. Where are you at, crazy man? Here we go.
All while handcuffed.
Oh, he's handcuffed on this thing. Huh?
Yeah, which I don't understand. Like, why is he cuffed in the front? Like, I didn't get it because it looks like he's cuffed in the front, but normally you're cuffed in the back. So,
We're at Evan Road, Santa Fe. He's cutting through the parking lot of the Casey's here.
It's like George Jones on the lawnmower, but on speed.
He's going to run himself through the red light. Now we're westbound. Now he's going to go south.
The Benny Hill music needs to be playing.
Yeah, right.
Go through the bank the wrong way.
And we're westbound again on 15th Street. Westbound on 15th. Go to the church.
I'm just picturing his mugshot.
We're going to the south side of church.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he,
There's that Mitch Parker. Right. He's going to go southbound on Santa Fe. Now he's turning around to go back north. Southbound, turning around to go north now.
Wait, I thought he. Or is it just still going?
Really traffic.
There we go.
Right now we're getting on the gravel road.
Trouble.
We're going around the big lake. Alright, Logan County, try to block him. Logan County, try to block him.
and he crashed.
And he crashed.
And he crashed. Here on crash.
He's crashing down.
On the ground! Get on the ground!
See, where's the
Stay out in front of
handcuffs?
you.
Oh, man. I don't feel so good. ATVs give me a headache.
Like, if he was handcuffed and he ate shit, because I've flown off plenty of ATVs, you'd think he would have done a face plant, but like, were his hands in the? I couldn't see in the shadows. Were they in the front or back, or was he even handcuffed?
I don't know. He was
They
driving
say he
pretty good if
was.
handcuffed.
I know.
I was like, damn, he's pulling some
I mean, you
toothpicks
can't
off the floor with
even
it.
steer them with your elbows because the wheelbases are so wide, but I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to look at that later.
Well, you know, this one's a real short one, but
Mario Kart.
this one's a real short one. That's what she said. And you know, it's a Florida man. It's not that exciting, but it was his birthday, and he did win $2 million on a scratch-off ticket. That's pretty badass birthday present, if you ask me. Florida man or not. Cocoa, Florida. Walter Brookins' birthday just got a whole lot more special. That's because the Brevard County resident spent his 53rd birthday claiming $2 million top prize from Florida's lottery 50X cash word scratch-off game. Imagine spending $2 for a ticket and winning $2 million.
I can't.
Yeah, really. Broken of Cocoa opted for the lump sum payout of $1.76 million. It's cocaine and hookers for him because he's a Florida man. Well, you know, lottery officials say he bought a $10 ticket from 5 Points Pharmacy and Wellness at 1108 Lake Drive in Cocoa, Florida. The store gets a bonus commission worth $4,000. That particular scratch-off game has been in place since December and offers the chance of 8 of those $2 million top prizes. So get out there and get your $2 million cash word lottery ticket because there's 7 of them left. And you could be like Walter Brookins and
Hit the different counties that haven't been hit yet. That's how you do it out here.
Yep. $2 million. Can you imagine having $2 million? Hell.
I imagine it would just be gone as fast as I had it because shit would take it from me anyway.
Probably.
No, I couldn't imagine it. I actually don't imagine money.
Yeah, he got $1.76 million on a payout. So that's not a bad deal because
I get excited.
They only took, yeah, if he took a $1.76 million pay, I wonder how much he actually took home, like, you know, in his bank account.
And how much he spent up until now?
Yeah.
Like, I would play a scratcher. I'd get $10. Oh my God. If I got a $20, I thought I was just like so fucking happy. Like, I got a $20 scratcher. I think the most I ever got was like $250 off
Yeah.
of scratchers. My ex-husband got $500, but he blew that on meth.
That's
And
probably
such.
what Walter did too. But yeah. My buddy that I used to live with, God bless his soul, because he passed away. He would like, we lived in this little fifth wheel trailer, and we lived in a campground, and I was working construction. Woohoo! Fun job that was. And I was also, you know, making surfboards and stuff on the side. So I was working my ass off. And I come home, and this bitch is laying on the couch in the fifth wheel camper watching soap operas like Days of Our Lives or something, you know. He'd be watching something like that. And he'd be like, let's go up to the store. Can you loan me $10? I need to get a pack of cigarettes and a scratch off. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Let's go. We go up there, he'd get a pack of cigarettes, and he'd buy a scratch off ticket. And he'd win like $50. And this wasn't just like once in a blue moon. It was like damn near every time he'd go up there, you know, and I'd give him a few bucks, and he'd buy like he'd look at the tickets and just buy like one or two, you know, $2 or $4, and he'd win like 50 or 100, sometimes 200.
See,
And
something
like,
had to be
deal
telling
with a
him.
devil or something.
Like his angel had to say, yo, like right now, put that, you know, how you feel compelled to do something, put that compulsion in them to like go right now, because you're up next for a winner. And so maybe like a family member helped him out. So when he felt like, you know, he wanted to go get this or go do that, it was really a spirit telling him like, hey, you should go get a ticket right now.
Yeah. And it's all I would see was he'd win like $200, and I'm like, I've been busting my ass all week to make $200. I've been hammering nails and pulling nails and scraping up melted like, linoleum off a burnt kitchen floor.
And you get happy for someone like the first, you know, timers. You're like, yeah, you're juiced for. I'm like, yeah, squirted. You got lucky.
Yeah.
Enough times like that, and you're looking at your nails chipped and your back broke, and you're looking at that, makes it kind of hard sometimes to be like,
Yeah.
right on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like work all day, work a 12-hour day doing construction, come home and loan this fucker like $10, and he'd get down to the store and he'd come back with more money in his pocket than I had. And lay back on.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you loan him the money to go to the store, then I'd say, come on, man.
Yeah.
Then that money goes towards whatever. So be cool if, you know,
Yeah,
I got my cut for loaning, like the shark, like the loan shark.
Yeah, nah, he was always good about the money. You know, he'd always like buy us stuff or whatever, but it was just the point of it. It's like I've been working my ass off all day, and this bitch been laying on the couch, and I give him a few bucks, and he'll go buy a scratch off. And when I'll buy a scratch off, I'm like, oh, well, he's buying one, I'll buy one. I buy one, scratch it off. Loser. Yeah.
I had a friend, Sarah, probably shouldn't say her name, but it's not a bad thing. I don't know what it was, but this girl won everything. If there was a contest, it never failed. Like there's Sarah once won it, Sarah won it. Like you see something in the paper and someone won, and there's Sarah smiling, holding it. It's like, of course she won it. Of course we have a raffle at work, and she got the TV. Of course she got the trip. Of course she got to go see Oprah back then. I mean, she was just one of those people that always got lucky. I just was so amazed by that.
Yeah.
Like, if anybody's going to win and she's involved, I know she's going to win.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a friend like that that lives here, and well, lives here sometimes. She lives all over the world pretty much, but yeah. Just be watching TV, you know. Oh, I hadn't seen so and so in a while, you know, flip the TV on, and she's like on Wheel of Fortune or something. I'm like, what? So where are you going next?
Is it moi?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go for the South Carolina. I forgot how to speak. South Carolina man gave child a face tattoo at a McDonald's. Please say, I completely had a brain freeze. Oh, wait. Okay. So this guy gave a face tattoo to a child at a McDonald's.
In a McDonald's.
In a McDonald's.
How the hell you be doing tattoos in the McDonald's?
You seen that one I sent you of the woman having birth in McDonald's, didn't you?
Yeah, I did see that. I could see that, you know, because sometimes it just happens.
It just happens. Brandon Prescia, 28, is charged with illegal tattooing and underage tattooing after police learned that a minor received a tattoo. The alleged incident happened at a McDonald's in Lawrence on August 6. Authorities were tipped off that a man had tattooed a child's face at the restaurant after a customer filmed the incident and posted a video on social media. And investigators identified the suspected unlicensed tattoo artist as Prescia. He was arrested Tuesday. In our restaurants, nothing is more important to us than the safety and well-being of our customers and employees, McDonald's said in a statement to Fox News. The conduct reported is not in line with the values of our organization or in line with our expectation of how restaurants should be run.
Does this guy work at McDonald's?
The company said it is investigating the incident and he's being held. They also don't mention how old was this child, like a child under 18. Was he 17? Was he a child, like a 5-year-old child?
Yeah.
Like, did the kid want the tattoo?
He's like, hold your little ass down there. I'm going to put a tattoo on your face so your mama going to remember who your daddy is.
Yeah, you keep making that face at me, I'll tattoo it on your face.
I mean, did this guy work at the McDonald's or did he just say, yo, kid, meet me up at the McDonald's and I'll do a face tattoo for you? I mean, how do these things line up?
This has raised way more questions than I have answers.
I mean, if he works there, he's like, hey, I'm on a break in 5 minutes. I'll do your face tattoo. Give me $5.
What was it, like the McBurglar? I mean, like, what was being tattooed? If it was a McDonald's emblem, would they have been so mad? Who was it? Like that meat company were giving people all you can eat, like these big ass hamburgers if they tattooed their logo.
Yeah. McDonald's does have some sketchy stuff going on. That's right, Zach.
Like, don't worry about bringing your kid to McDonald's. We will not have a man randomly tattooing your children.
We ain't gonna put the golden arches on your forehead. Come on.
Was he like in the ball pit and then popped up with like zzz, like Jackass with the razor?
Yeah. Oh man. Strange things happening at McDonald's. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Speaking of McDonald's, speaking of strange things, these where am I going? Nope, I'm not going there. I already did that. Man, this dude on the four-wheeler's picture just popped back up. Scary. This, I got couple of articles. I was just like fumbling around, fingering around the internets, and I found these, and I was going to make a video. It's funny, Jamie and me were talking about it, but I didn't make a video because I didn't have enough time. So I just did a couple of little stories. People, I've been watching a lot of what's his name, David Pilates. I don't know how to say his last name. The missing 411 guy.
Oh,
And Darcy just got his books. Actually, she's been reading his books. But yeah, we've been watching a lot of him. And man, they're like, dude has some like crazy information on missing people. Like not just one or two. Like he can just go from one story to the next about missing people. Well, this is one of those kind of things about missing people. If the stupid share button would work, it would be better. The disappearance of Gregory Keith Mann Jr. 1997, 20-year-old Gregory Keith Mann Jr. was employed as a salesman at McDonald's. No, just kidding. At Ford dealership in Wichita Falls, Texas. On May 10th, Keith managed to sell 2 vehicles and was planning to deliver one of them to its buyer 2 days later. He then signed out one of the dealership's demonstration vehicles, a 1996 Ford Mustang, which he was planning to use as his transportation over the weekend. Keith spent the evening with friends, but told him he needed to return to his apartment because he was planning to meet someone at 12:15 a.m. Keith's friends last saw him walking up the stairs towards his apartment, but he would not be seen again. The following morning, Keith's parents were surprised to discover the Mustang from the Ford dealership in the parking lot of a church located near their home. Even though the vehicle was locked, the trunk was open, and one of the trunk's side panels appeared to have been lowered. The car's interior was also thoroughly cleaned. Since there was no indication that he had spent the night inside the apartment and they didn't appear to be anything missing from his residence, the most logical theory is that Keith's disappearance was somehow connected to his midnight meeting. However, no one knows the circumstances of Keith's meeting. So to this day, this disappearance of Keith remains unsolved. These are just little weird stories of missing people where they find their cars and just they don't find them and still have never found them.
oh.
This was from 1997 and still to this day. Keith's ass is still missing. Nobody knows where the hell he went. Did he just like meet with somebody and say bon voyage and move to France, or did he get like
There's so many ways those type of situations can go. It's like a needle in a haystack for real.
Yeah, did he just like move, he met a guy, a girl, whatever.
He wanted to disappear.
Just wanted to just bail and move somewhere, or did he like get ground up and made into sausage? I mean,
I've known
who
a
knows?
person that actually did not want to get caught by the po, so he left his truck on the highway and he took off to another state.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I'm
they
sure
just think he's a missing person.
Yeah.
Allegedly, I heard.
Yeah. Lori wants to know who has the best mac and cheese. Like
The best mac and cheese? Oh, goodness.
Zach said they have the best mac and cheese. Who? I missed it.
Yeah, who? I got some lobster mac and cheese from the grocery store the other day that was not good.
Chick-fil-A has mac and cheese? What? What is the sorcery I'm just now hearing? I was going to go to Chick-fil-A. I usually don't go to places, but every now and then I go to Chick-fil-A and get a
Never been to one. Now I want some mac and cheese, though, damn it.
Yeah. I made some mac and cheese last week, though. It was ghetto, but it was good.
That's okay. Do you crunch stuff on top?
Sometimes it's like I just open the cupboard, the cabinet, the pantry, whatever you want to call it, and just
Yeah.
like say, what can I make with the shit that I got right here in front of me?
Exactly. We've
Oh,
talked about a lot of we've exchanged lots of them spread recipes.
Yep. We got a box of noodles. We got a little bit of cheese, some sour cream, and some butter. Oh, we can
A
crunch
loaf of bread.
we can crunch some Cheez-Its up on top of it. So like
Cheez-Its or some
can
like
make some ghetto food that like actually tastes pretty good sometimes when you got nothing in the cupboard.
like Lay's potato chips.
I got these.
Or breadcrumbs are even good on top.
Yeah. Oh, see, Debbie had mac and cheese tonight. Damn it. I had a roast beef sandwich from Arby's. And let's just say it was not very good. I don't think it was roast beef. I think it was like some kind of sliced potted meat. I don't know what it is.
A sliced potted meat?
Some sort of potted meat byproduct. I don't think it was a roast beef. I don't know.
Yeah, probably wasn't. It was probably
Got
horse.
off the sandwich, and I was like, roast beef's not supposed to be rubbery for one.
Yeah, it's probably. I hate to say it. Horse.
I ate horse in Costa Rica.
I remember that.
And, other than the mental thing that was going on, it was actually pretty good.
I also remember you saying that.
Yeah.
I'm sure we all have had it.
I think I just said in the last show I ate something in some sort of seafood soup gumbo that looked like a wiener. I don't know what it was. I remember eating it going, damn it, I think I just ate somebody's wiener.
It wasn't like a really big shiitake mushroom or anything.
No, it was some sort
You know how those shiitake mushrooms can look, right?
Yeah.
Like little baby wee-wees.
Yeah. Yeah, this wasn't too babyish. It was pretty good size.
Like a gooseneck clam.
Yeah. Stepping on piss clams.
So we're talking about a woman slapping it.
Oh, yeah. You told me about that. And like
slap that clam.
An hour later, I was on TikTok and that came up.
Did you find it? You seen it?
Oh, yeah. I wasn't even looking for it. It just like appeared.
And she's like slaps it. And then it's like.
Yep. Damn it. Ariana's eating watermelon. I've been struggling all summer to find a good watermelon. I got a watermelon the other day that sucked so bad. I cut it in half and it went right in the trash can.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did it turn to dust?
No, it was like gelatinous watermelon puke inside of it.
Ew.
Disgusting.
Speaking of gelatinous watermelon puke, I did eat half of a watermelon. I ate half of a watermelon. You hear about getting watermelon belly. Oh, I eat too much watermelon, get watermelon belly. So good, I couldn't stop. I just sat there, I'm like, fuck it. Ate the whole half of watermelon. Knew I was getting full, like, I'm still cramming in the watermelon. So it was so good. I was so thirsty still. And then all of a sudden it hit me and my stomach was so stretched out. I felt like I was pregnant with like a boy, like so tight. I was like, this hurts. Like I couldn't breathe. And then all of a sudden, like I'm burping up the watermelon. Went in the bathroom and I just did one more dry heave and just gushy watermelon.
Oh, gnarly.
Just projectile. I was fine after that, but I was feeling real sick.
Mm.
Will I eat another half a watermelon again? Probably.
Yeah, I can eat some watermelon, but
But
I'm
I'll
just like,
stop.
I got one the other day from freaking Walmart of all places, and it's edible. I've been eating it, but it still sucks pretty much, and I just can't get a good one. I've gotten some really, really shitty watermelons, like unedible, like disgusting, especially that last one that I cut in half, and I was like, oh hell no, right to the trash can it went. It was just like some kind of science experiment gone bad inside that thing.
Don't.
I usually buy a watermelon from this old black guy that's down the road from me here, Mr. Sweeney, and he usually has pretty good watermelon. And
Does he grow them?
no, he gets them somewhere. He'll have like a whole trailer, like this big old wooden trailer, and it'll have like probably 200 watermelons in it. And you know, if you drive by and you see him and you go, oh yeah, I'll get a watermelon maybe tomorrow afternoon. Too late, they're all gone.
Oh,
Fill that
damn.
whole damn trailer in like a day. So yeah, if you drive by and you see him and you want
You gotta
one,
get it now.
yep, you better turn around, come back and get one, because you go to work, come back later that afternoon, none left.
Well, where's he been?
I don't know. I don't know where he gets them. It's a secret. He won't
But
say.
I mean, where is he out there selling them somewhere, or where's he been? How come you're having to go to Walmart?
He hasn't had any. He had. I did just exactly what I said not to do. I drove by the other day and
Oh,
I saw a trailer full of them, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go paint these boards and I'll come back and get one on the way home. Nope, they were gone. And I haven't seen any since. He's pretty old. He's like, God, I don't know how old he is. He was old when I was a little kid. So, you know, he's got to be late 80s, 90s. Still selling watermelon, firewood, and collard greens.
let's see. On Huffington Post, and this is just kind of funny because they put the little meme at the end with Dana Carvey. And I already think I know, how this could happen. But Hail Satan, devilishly, Rob. I shouldn't have said Hail Satan. Okay, let me see if I can still hear myself. Okay, I still hear myself. Hail Satan, devilishly weird clip unexpectedly cuts into TV news segment. And where's my screenshots? I think I forgot my screenshots on this one because I didn't think I was going to do it. Yeah, so this one had like the little video that shows like when it got cut off. Australia viewers got a brief glimpse into a hellish ritual this week when a news broadcast suddenly cut to a satanic ceremony. The network was doing a segment on police dogs with the usual footage of various bureaucrats. Towards the end, however, the segment cut in 2 seconds of footage of a ritual that involved the words Hail Satan, as posted by ABC's Media Watch. Broadcaster Yvonne Young managed to keep a straight face after emerging from the video mix-up. After a brief pause, she moved on to the next story. So if you have that clip.
The state government announced the proposed legislation today. It's in part due to the stabbing of a police dog during an arrest in Brisbane last year.
Well, at least they're wearing masks. Whoa!
Recent outages have shown how just one Queensland Parliament, the state government.
And that was the end of that. And then they had the little Dana Carvey.
What's going on in the back room at the news station?
So my guess is nothing, no, Satan did not cut through. You've seen it before on the news when they've got numerous stories lined up and someone was just too trigger happy and or hot on the trigger and hit the next story before the other one was already done.
Yep. Or, they just flashed to the back room where the
downstairs
Satan rituals were going on.
That's what really happens in mainstream media.
Exactly. That's how you get initiated to the news company.
Mm-hmm.
Got to slaughter a goat.
But I don't think that Satan himself interrupted the broadcast.
Yeah. All right. I got another missing person. Tidbit. Nail in the tire. On August 16th, 1996, 34-year-old Sherry Holland departed her vacation home in Flagler Beach, Florida, which is not too far from here. It's kind of in between me and where Debbie lives. Closer to me, probably, than Debbie. Anyways, to travel back to her residence in Atlanta. Sherry owned 2 dogs who accompanied her on her trip. However, she never arrived in Atlanta and was eventually reported missing. 9 days later, Sherry's BMW was found abandoned on Interstate 75 near Morrow, Georgia. One of the front tires was flat because it had a nail in it. While Sherry was missing, one of her dogs was eventually discovered in a field 2 miles away. Unfortunately, the other dog had been run over and killed. There were a lot of potential theories surrounding Sherry's disappearance. At the time, she was operating an escort service. Oh, hell no. And her business partner claimed that Sherry had a habit of using hidden cameras to secretly record her clients and then blackmail them. Well, no wonder somebody killed her ass. End of story. Why am I going to read further? Which could have easily made her a target for murder. Do you think?
Yeah, think.
Investigators also learned that Sherry had been carrying on an affair with a married man for years. Another strike against you. Some crazy ex-wife, or not ex-wife, hell, some crazy wife going to come kill your ass.
Can't imagine that list of suspects.
Shortly before Sherry's disappearance, there had reportedly got an argument because he was reluctant to leave his wife. Good God, I can't read. He was reluctant to leave his wife and marry her. There was even speculation that Sherry had simply grown tired of her life and decided to stage her own disappearance and flee to Europe. In fact, police received an anonymous tip from other witnesses who claimed to see Sherry taking some luggage out of her abandoned BMW and loading it into a white pickup truck on the day of her disappearance. However, in spite of all these intriguing leads, no trace of Sherry Holland has ever been found to this day. She remains gone. Well, I would say if she was videotaping people and blackmailing them, somebody probably killed her ass. Or she's not running an escort service. She's in a cage somewhere being an escort. Sad to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't be filming people and then blackmailing them and expect to get away with that forever.
Yeah, that's not going to end well.
No.
So I have, I think, one more. I'm not going to do the ducky. I'm just going to end it with the zoo bans a woman having an affair with a chimpanzee from seeing him. Yes. So a woman's been having an affair with a chimp. And so the zoo banned her from being able to see him. And this makes me sad just because you see how chimps do get very bonded to people.
Until they rip their face off.
Okay, I forgot you're not a monkey person, but just hear me out. Hear me out. There's
I'm along for the ride.
there's a guy who raised a chimp as a baby, or gorilla, and they let him go back out into gorilla land. Okay. Well, the guy wanted to see the gorilla one last time. And so he drove all these miles on a boat. And then the gorilla all of a sudden, like, does its call. He comes out, and it was his gorilla, and it's watching him from like the shore. And it's been like all these years, you know? And so as the boat's going, the gorilla's standing there, and he gets his family out to look at the guy. And so when the guy settles on the other side, the gorilla comes over, and they're like looking at each other. And then the gorilla gives him the biggest hug, and he hugs the gorilla. And then the night, like the guy slept over here, the gorilla slept in the marsh on the other side with his family and kept an eye for him until the guy had to leave the next day. So the way these animals get attached to people, like, breaks my heart sometimes, because yes, I know they'll rip your face, yada yada, but they have the most love in them when they get close to somebody. So this kind of makes me feel a little sad.
Debbie's right. That's my worst nightmare. Waking up in Terry Lovelace's room with a bunch of monkeys in there, all like spooning me and shit. That would just like, nope. Nope. I'd be done. Yeah.
So a woman in Belgium has reportedly been banned from visiting the chimpanzee. And I'm not okaying any type of affair with the animal. I'm just saying there is a bond. A woman in Belgium has reportedly been banned from visiting the chimps at a local zoo after developing a close bond with one of them. According to zoo officials, her affair with the primate was preventing him from bonding with the other chimps. Multiple outlets report that Artie had been visiting Cheetah, a 38-year-old chimp, at the zoo each week for 4 years. In that time, Timmermans claims that she and Cheetah had forged a strong friendship. I love that animal, and he loves me. So I don't think it's like an affair, like what we're thinking affair. I think it's just one of those things where she got a bond with it. Her relationship with Cheetah has reportedly consisted of the two waving and blowing kisses to each other through the glass. On the surface, chimpanzees. While Cheetah is constantly surrounded by visitors, the other monkeys ignore him and don't consider him part of the group, even though it's important for him. A spokeswoman for the zoo said. He then sits on his own outside of visiting hours. In an effort to promote his social well-being, the zoo allegedly banned her from visiting him. I haven't got anything else. Why do they want to take that away? She asked in an interview. We're having an affair. Okay, that's where we go. I'll just say other dozens of visitors are allowed to make contact. No, why not me? So obviously she's got something going too. The zoo explained that Cheetah might be too focused on the bond with her to bond with his peers. An animal that is too focused on people is less respected by its peers, the zoo said. We want Cheetah to be a chimpanzee as much as possible. He's been at the zoo 30 years. Prior to his time at the zoo, he was someone's pet, but became unmanageable. Though he's learned chimpanzee behavior at the zoo, he still has a bond with and an interest in humans, which apparently isn't unheard of. A 14 study conducted by Stephen Ross and Hanny Friedman showed that chimpanzees have been separated by their mothers and raised primarily by humans showed social deficiencies many years later. Grooming is the glue that holds chimp society together. They don't do a lot of that behavior. Even later, when they learn to live with other chimps, they weren't good at maintaining social bonds. And sadly, Cheetah may always struggle to bond with his peers. Hopefully, handlers at the zoo can help him learn to adapt to life with his fellow primates. So I look at his little face, and I have such a love for these animals and what goes on in their hearts and their brains.
Yeah, like monkeys freak me out and gorillas and all, but I mean, I still like them. I like all animals, you know. I don't wish them no ill harm, but
I mean, yeah, you don't want something ripping your face off.
yeah, I mean, they took this monkey, chimpanzee, whatever. They took his friend away, and so now, you know, he's like, I used to be with people, and now I'm stuck in this damn zoo with these other dumbass monkeys. Now they took my girlfriend away. Ah, hell, I'm gonna rip somebody's face off one of these days.
Well, you never know. I mean, it's heartbreaking. People get these as pets. I sent you those videos of George the monkey, who I'm in love with, on TikTok. People send him mail, and George is the most curious, like, amazing little monkey, and he can put anything together. I just absolutely love this creature. And him sharing with him, like, he puts it in his mouth and he goes up to the owner and he's like, here, you taste, you try it, you know, watches him, and it's just so fascinating to me. And they have such a love inside them for, like, their families, and then they do bond with people. And that's why it sucks when people get involved with certain things, because look, someone took on a monkey thinking they could handle it. It became unmanageable, meaning you can't keep a damn primate in your freaking apartment.
Yeah.
And so you have to give it to a zoo. The poor things are now learning, like, feels abandoned. They get heartbroken. They get abandonment issues. They cry freaking tears.
Yeah.
They cry. And then you're going to have them be there. And then he has a friend, and then you're going to take that. Well, they really shouldn't have been letting her mess with him that much for that long to begin with, if he was having so many issues.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's one thing I learned working with reptiles and stuff is, you know, I mean, I had some big snakes that were super cool, never bit me. I had one that would bite the shit out of you any chance she got. Hence, that's why her name was Bitch.
Well, look at Siegfried
But-
and Roy and their tigers. I mean,
Yeah.
you trust. It only takes one time. I mean, they're still wild animals.
Yeah, I mean,
They have instincts.
I would have people that, you know, oh, I've got a 10-foot Burmese python. I sleep with it. And I'm like, you're dumbass. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you're pretty
You know?
stupid.
I mean, as much respect as I would, you know, as much as I loved all the animal, you know, the snakes and stuff that I had, I mean, when it comes down to it, they're still a wild animal, you know, even though they're born in captivity and blah, blah, blah. They still have that part of their brain that, you know, they're a reptile. They're, you know, and if they're just like anybody, if they're having a bad day, you know, and you pick it up, oh, you're so cute, and saying, you know, he doesn't have hands to push you away or anything. He's just like gonna bite you, you know.
What story are you talking about, Lori? She's like, I'm on mute. Tell me when that story is over. What, the Hail Satan one? I mean, it's just it's we're not hailing Satan. It's a news article. It's a news glitch. It's nobody's. I mean, the word Satan is not going to do anything
Unless you want it to.
unless you want it to, but it exists and it will come up from time to time.
Yeah, I wanted to be a vet at one point too, Debbie. I still think about it sometimes, but man,
I did too, but I could not do the euthanization part.
yeah. I mean, there's a great part of being a vet, taking care of animals. And you have, I mean, you have to, I mean, even me working with reptiles and stuff, I mean, I had hundreds of them. And, some of them make it and some of them don't. And, it sucks. But that's, if you're going to be in that position, even, a doctor that caring for humans, hey, you can't save everybody. You can't save them all. And it's not that you don't want to. Sometimes it just happens, and that's part of the job. So yeah, that kind of detoured me too from wanting to be a vet, is just dealing with all the animals that don't make it.
I worked with a large animal vet when I was up in the country and dealt with a lot of like the springtime births and different things. It was hard. Like I thought I was giving myself a hardened skin, when I was doing it. And like, well, I had to do the things I had to do. I got through it. But once I didn't have to do it anymore, I was like, I can't go back to it. But I am grateful for all that experience.
Yeah.
And the things, because I was looking into getting my licenses actually for like marsupials. And then I wanted like to work with big cats and was looking at different things like that. And that didn't end up working out. I ended up having horses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it has helped me, like when I told you what I had to do to my cat, like things like that. It's given me knowledge.
Yep. Yeah, I learned a lot, working with all the stuff I worked with. From how to handle them to how to give them shots and medicine and all kinds of stuff. It's like, how the hell do you get medicine in a snake, or how do you give a shot to a snake? But it's pretty easy once you know how to do it.
I even got veiled chameleons to breed in captivity, eggs and everything. They didn't hatch, but I was able to get them to breed.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a big cat, some sort of big cat thing here in San Augustine. I haven't been to it. I keep saying I'm going to go to it, and I just have never made it there. But yeah, it's right. It used to be where I used to live. It was like right down the road from there. Let's see what pops up on a quick Google search if it's still listed. St. Augustine Wild Reserve.
I don't know why on my phone it's still showing like the disappearance of whatever, but on here it's so she should know that we're done with the story, whatever story it was. It was either the gorilla or the
lady's picture that's in here with this big cat reserve thing here in St. Augustine. Which kind of reminds me of Carol Baskin.
Okay, so it's 10:20. So one thing that we wanted to incorporate into here that we haven't really incorporated yet was our astrology type things and what's going on. So this week, this was just something I threw together quick because I've been putting together kind of like this week in astrology with Jamie D things on other social media platforms. and I thought I could do small one and then add it into here. Rob was wanting to add more astrology and things like that into this as well. And it looks like by the time this is done, we can maybe even move on to cards perhaps tonight. But this week in astrology, I've got a couple screenshots here.
Does it matter which one I pull up first?
And you want to pull up the moon? It doesn't really matter. I can read whichever one first.
Bada boom.
Bada bing. So tonight's moon, the phase is 1 in gibbous. The age is 17 days old. At the time I did this a few hours ago, it was at 87.5388% illuminated, brightness -12, and the moon sign is Aries. Upcoming last quarter in 4 days and 9 hours, and the new moon is in 12 days and 3 hours. And maybe Virgo season.
Which one?
The Virgo season.
Bada bing. Bada boom.
So we just entered Virgo season Monday the 23rd. And Virgo season goes from August 23rd to September 21st. As an earth sign, Virgo is rooted here on the earth's plane. It is one of the master manifestors of the zodiac. It holds practical, efficient energy that is materialistic and in all the best ways. I have typos. At its core, it brings much cohesion and clarity into your life. And then 5 things you can do to tap Virgo's zodiac power this season. You can clear the clutter. You can tackle self-improvement one piece at a time. You can plan your days properly. Give yourself deadlines and schedule in breaks and downtime. And then it doesn't matter which one you pull up.
Barking dog. Jabberjaw McGee.
I think your cam is off.
Oh, yeah, it is. Damn it. How'd that happen?
So cosmic events to watch out for this week. And Tuesday yesterday, and I just left it on there. Tuesday, August 24, Mercury was opposite Neptune. This transit often brings miscommunication and mental fog. Neptune's influence clouds our perception of reality, so watch out for deception and breakdowns in communication yesterday. A rational approach is the key to ace the day. Then Thursday, August 26, Mercury trine Pluto plus Moon square Pluto. Under the Mercury trine Pluto transit, you're under the influence of these 2 planets, meaning communication and power are at play. Your ability to convince people to help you or to support your messages will be heightened. However, with a Moon square Pluto transit, there's often an energy of self-destruction in the air, particularly when it comes to emotions. Things that were once hidden can come to light in spectacular fashion. Hidden feelings get exposed. Just check yourself before you speak and think about the impact of your words. Communication is a big trend this coming week. Sunday, August 29, Mercury enters Libra. When Mercury spins through Libra, the bright, breezy, and balanced cardinal air sign of the zodiac, Mandela, for the next 2 weeks. Relationships are everything. Our tact and the diplomacy skills tend to go sky high. I have a lot of typos. I did this so fast. As it truly matters. Wait, as it truly matters that everyone's connected and reading from the same page. Expect to feel a little indecisive under this sky. So definite communication. And then this week in astrology, this week is all about cooperation, teamwork, and good communication. Love and money planet Venus makes a beautiful aspect, practical Saturn on Monday, helping us discern the best path forward with both the Sun and verbal Mercury and thoughtful Virgo. We have ample opportunity to demonstrate our good intentions. After Mercury slides in the into charming Libra over the weekend, distinctly playfully social vibe lights up the air. It's supposed to say A. Today, the moon from Aries opposes Venus in Libra. It also forms a hexagon with the retrograde Saturn in Aquarius. Today, Neptune and Mercury is in opposition. Neptune and Mercury opposition becomes accurate. So this day will be a somewhat stressful day, but potentially productive day. Luckily, it's towards the end of the day because Aquarius will be the luckiest zodiac of the day. Libra and most probably Aries will be the ones receiving the most stress. So if you are Libra or Aries, luckily your day is pretty much over. And we do also have Uranus in retrograde that happened last week.
He said anus.
I said Uranus.
Oh, let's get it straight.
Uranus, man. Not my anus.
All right. Did you get some new cards, you said?
I did. I got the guide messages from heaven, and then working with your guides, postcards from spirits. I think those were the three. I've been reading the postcards from spirits on other social media platforms because they all have such a positive message.
Yeah.
That I kind of dig those. If people want and they have like a person in mind that they want to get a message from, and you want to meditate that person in your mind and get a reading, your turn comes up with me. I can try, hang on a second. This is an experiment I've been kind of playing with some people, because these are talking to heaven where, you're wanting to get messages from loved ones, things of that nature. But I want to see if, somebody else is meditating their question towards a specific person, loved one, family member. And I pull a card if the card will still be relevant to what they're asking. And the cool thing is I did one the other night that was to be a general one for everybody. And when I worded it, it was basically for a general, if there's anything that any of our guides or my guides can give to give people a reassurance or a peace of mind, anything we should know with like all this craziness going on in the world. And the card I got back was the Don't Be Afraid card. And so that one was pretty cool, considering kind of what the general was.
Which deck is this?
So this one is Talking with Heaven.
Is it this deck right here?
I think so. I can't see on my little one.
Yeah, I have that deck.
It's
here.
this one.
It was gifted to me by the lovely Debbie.
Well, then how about if we both want to do these, and if you guys want to do an experiment tonight, if you want your cards read, put a thumbs up in chat, and we'll know that you want your card read. And focus on the person and focus on your question, and then Rob or I will pull a card for you, and only you will know if it resonates, if it goes along with what you were asking about or what you were looking for.
You know, something that totally has nothing to do with the cards, but something kind of weird. It's been pretty quiet around here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like you heard the dogs barking. I don't know what they were barking about.
It's the same deck, Lori, talking with Heaven.
Yep. My mom's birthday. It was August 12th. Like things have been quiet around here. No big deal. August 12th, that evening, my dog, I think I was out playing a gig, and I came home and Darcy was like, yeah, Tiki's been acting weird all night. I'm like, what do you mean? She jumped up off the couch and was staring at your mom's old room, and she was barking. So maybe my mom stopped by on her birthday. And she was probably waiting up for me to come home from my gig.
Aww.
It was funny. I'd go out and play, and sometimes I wouldn't get home till like 2 a.m. Freaking 57 years old, my mom would be here waiting up for me.
That's crazy. I mean, not crazy. It's just like crazy cool.
But yeah, it's been really kind of quiet. Nothing really too weird going on. And yeah, the day of her birthday, Tiki decides to just like fire off the couch and start barking at the doorway of my mom's old room. Nobody in there.
All right. Looks like Lori's going to go. Maybe she didn't like the cards we're using. All right. So I've got Zariana, Debbie, Sherry, Marie, and Margie. And we have just enough time. I don't see any on YouTube or Twitch. So, would you like to start with Azariana?
Sure. Let's see here. Later on, Zacharoni.
Zacharoni.
Hey, I got your address, and I'm going to send you some of that hot sauce. I didn't mess with any of that stuff while I was sick. I was like, stayed far and far away, but I just made some yesterday that's pretty bomb diggity. All right, Azariana. Card I pulled. Here's the back of it. All the same. It's like stairs leading up to a bright light in clouds. And it says, my death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. See if I can find that in the book here. It says, if I can read, because I don't have my glasses, but I'm just going to charge it. My soul is as souls, we do not feel physical death. I remember that within the blink of an eye, I was outside my body looking down at it. I immediately felt an intense sense of happiness and peace. It was indescribable, yet I wanted to tell everyone. I was so able to see the thoughts. I was also able to see the thoughts you created and carried with you in your mind. We are pure energy, vibrations of light. Please know that your thoughts are guilt and worry block our light. They don't serve either of us well and create unnecessary debris. Know that I am happy and that a soul can never be harmed. You don't need no cash, Debbie. I'm giving this stuff away. It's all in the test phase. I got to get feedback from people to see if they like it or not.
Okay, and I pulled one for Debbie while you were reading. And for Debbie, you got, I had to leave that way. And it shows a man going up a ladder. Looks like people reaching for him as he's going up this ladder into the clouds. And D, I added you to the list. Please don't relive my death in your mind. As from my perception, it was very different from how you imagine. To me, it was like a dream that culminated in a very happy ending. Yes, I was so sad to leave you, our loved ones, and our life together, but I have to be honest and say that I am truly happy here. My soul is so enriched by all that I'm learning, and I am still able to be with and help you. I am finally free of all earthly suffering, which allows me to love you even more than before. My life plan was designed with divine wisdom, and that included the timing and way in which I exited. It is the same with your life and everyone else's. It's exciting to finally know these truths and to share them with you. Please know that I am truly sorry that the mode of my passing brought pain to you, and yet everything happened exactly as it was supposed to happen. You couldn't have stopped it or changed anything. There was no other way. And then there's Sherry next, Rob. Sorry, I forgot to give you the heads up.
Yeah, it sucks when people die. There's no doubt about that. I think it sucks more for us than for them. You know, because we're the ones left here thinking about it. I mean, hell, my dad died when I was 4 years old. It was like, you know, how well did I really know him? I mean, I knew he was my dad, and I remember a few things. But I mean, frick's sakes, I was 4 years old. But you know, I go out to the cemetery and I look down, I see his name, and I like get all emotional.
Yeah.
But you know, hell, I go out to the cemetery now and I'm like, shit, there's my dad, there's my mom, oh, there's my stepdad. Well, he's still in the living room actually, but I did get him a memorial, a plaque out there. My aunts, my uncles, you know, like my whole family that I grew up with, they're all buried in the damn cemetery now. It's like shit. I don't even have any family left. Kind of blows. All right, Sherry. Life is a series of choices. Choose love. That sounds like a good one. says, love is the true nature of your soul. By making a choice from love instead of fear, you are saying yes to good, to God. I remember in life when I would let other people's opinions of me define who I was. I was never good enough to be accepted. That was because I was living in fear. But now I know much more powerful. I know how much more powerful love is. By making the right choices, you welcome abundance into every aspect of your life. I want nothing more than for you to be happy. So with every choice you make, stay true to your nature and choose love. Fear separates, love unites. From over here, I will try to remind you to attempt to see love in all you do. That way you can live a happier and more fulfilling life while on earth. And that's pretty much true.
So that was Cherie. I'm doing Marie, and then you've got Margie coming up. I've got the no such thing as death card for Marie, which is, looks like a bunch of souls together. Oh, I went right to the page. Good.
I love when that happens. That's like unnumbered or something. You just open the book, bam.
Exactly. I'm like, shoot. I am as much alive as you are, because our souls are a life force energy that can never be extinguished. Only my body has been released, and that was a dense form of energy that was affected by other dense earthly energies. My soul and yours are beautifully fine. High vibrational energies which live for eternity. I am conscious and fully aware of who I am and where I am. You might even say that I'm more aware now, that I'm free from the distractions of the physical world and probably the physical body. Please know that I am happy and healthy in the spiritual sense. In many ways, I'm even more available to you than I was on earth, because I'm more alive than ever.
Yeah, Wolfie, that's true. When I was younger, I never thought about dying. You're like invincible. I can do anything. Now it's like, oh shit, I tripped over that stump. I could have died. When I had COVID, I was like, there was a couple days there. I'm like, this shit could actually kill me. I could die tonight. I might die tonight. Yeah. Never used to think about that when you were younger.
So you've got Margie, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Then I have D, and then you'll have Evelyn, because I see Evelyn just popped on too.
Margie got, the earth is our school. And obviously I didn't open right to the page, but close enough. We often forget when living in a physical body that earth isn't our true home. Heaven is. Heaven is a lot like earth, with people, animals, flowers, trees, and such. The difference is up there, there's no competition to meet physical needs. After all, you don't have to eat or pay taxes in heaven. There's no eating in heaven? Come on. I bet there is. You do have responsibilities, but they're part of your life purpose. So they are joyful. For that reason, everyone in heaven is relaxed, forgiving, happy, and loving. It's because they don't have to pay taxes. And other things. We go to Earth experience. We go to Earth to experience life in a physical body. It's like going away to boarding school. Once you have a physical body, the ego becomes apparent because everyone is competing and struggling to take care of that physical demand. But if you can rise above those energies, you learn how to bring heaven's love to earth. It can take multiple lifetimes to grasp this simple yet not so simple concept. Fortunately, I'm here to help you learn what's really important for your spiritual growth. Love. The more you can see yourself and others through heaven's loving eyes, the more you'll understand that everyone is doing the best they can. You'll have compassion for yourself and others, and that's when you've mastered your schoolwork.
Okay. And now I'm got D's here. I'm just trying to find the page real fast. And then you will have Evelyn. D, what I got for you is I am standing right next to you. And I'll show you the card as soon as I find it. Okay. So this is your card. I'm standing right next to you. And it shows the images of the energy standing alongside of you. As you're reading these words, so am I, because I'm right beside you at this moment. I do respect your privacy and free will choices very much. If you'd like me to give you some space, just say the word and I'll retreat. But for as long as my presence comforts you, I'll stay nearby. Time is very different where I am now, so I'm no longer in a hurry, nor do I need to multitask. I love when you talk with me, and I hope you trust the answers that I send to you through your feelings, intuition, thoughts, and dreams. Our relationship can become even closer now because my old ego defenses aren't as strong as they used to be. I have finally opened my heart fully, and now I can love you as you deserve to be loved.
Evelyn asked if I got my shots. No, I have not. I'm one of those people that's not so sure about getting that shot.
And then you have one for Evelyn. And then that's it for cards.
I did think there was a couple days there where I was so sick. I was like, if I get this shot now, what's going to happen? What could be worse than this? But I don't know. I have a really weird immune system. I mean, it kicks in high gear. And I have psoriasis, and I was taking some medication that pretty much wiped out my immune system. And that's, as Jamie knows, I was sick for basically a year. And so I'm real weary of putting anything in my body that's going to screw with my immune system. Because that was like one of the worst years of my life.
You hit it. That was that year too when I was bringing it up to my mom earlier before things got weird when did the 3 different strains and I was putting all them charts. Remember, I'm like, look all over the world. They're saying these different flus, but there's absolutely no way this could spread to here. Like it wasn't adding up, and
Yeah.
it was coming in different, like, God, people would get it for 3 months and then there'd be a break and then there'd be the next wave, the next wave. You didn't have a break in your wave, like where other people would get better and then they might get it again. You continuously were sick, and it was damn near a year if it wasn't a year and 2 months.
Yeah.
Or 2 and 3 months, a year and 3 months, I feel like.
Yeah. I was taking injections of Stellara. And yeah, it pretty much, I could look at somebody with a cold and I would catch it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to touch them. It sucked.
You had no immune system.
None.
And I think that in that whole like over a year, there was 2 weeks, I want to say a month, but I don't even think it was a month, where you almost seemed like you were getting better.
Yeah.
Or like you felt a little better, and then it was boom, full-fledged all over again.
Yeah. I had pneumonia. I had the flu twice. Well, they said it was the flu. I still think it was
Yeah,
freaking
it's
COVID, but
the flu.
yeah.
You want to do Evelyn?
Yep. I got
Okay.
antibodies now. I got God's vaccine now.
Mm-hmm. Building my. This is my antibody building stuff right here.
All right, Evelyn. I pull the card. I didn't pull the card. This card jumped out of the deck like 4 times. I set it down. The card slid off. I set it down again. This card is for you. I don't know exactly what it means yet, of who you may be thinking about, but it says it's got a picture of a girl sitting on what looks like a dock with a dog, I think. Man, this card is weird. It just wants to jump out of my hand. It says, I'm just a thought away. And it's taken me forever to find it. Here we go. So what it says is, please don't think of me as gone, because I'm not. I'm right here. Please don't think of heaven as up in the sky, because it's not. I'm right here. Yes, I'm happily busy learning and helping, but I'm also happily willing to be right by your side the moment that you need me. All of our former communication barriers have been lifted, and now I understand and hear you perfectly. I hear your thoughts, and please don't worry. I don't judge them or you. My heart is now completely open to compassion, and I understand and love you like I never could before. That's why I'm with you the moment you think of me.
All right, everybody got their readings.
Well, cool.
I saw. That was weird. That was weird.
That was weird.
That was weird. Jason put some up for Sunday, and I lost.
Sunday.
I lost the guest.
You are welcome, Evelyn. Yeah, it's oh man, I had her name
Here, I'm sending it to you.
before I lost everything. Yeah, right before the show.
Morgan.
All the stuff. What's that?
Looks like wait. Morgan.
Morgan Freeman.
No.
I am God.
I'd say Daimler.
Dangler.
Not Dangler.
Dirk Dangler is the guest for the show.
Not Dirk Dangler.
This Sunday on Paranormal Soup, Dirk Dangler. Jason don't kick my ass.
She's an author of more than 24 books on subjects relating to Irish mythology, paganism, and fairies.
Oh yeah, she's the fairy and the gremlin girl.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, she's going to talk about leprechauns and fairies and all that groovy stuff.
Well, that'll be a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, the lady that was on the other night, she was talking about, fairies and stuff. And she was like, yeah, do experiment, like leave a light on, with the door partially closed, and just watch, and you'll see shadows that move under the door. And
I do little fairy houses and like fairy things.
Yeah. There's something that comes in and out of my closet all the time, and it's little. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's not like scary. It's just like a little troll or a little gnome or a fairy or something.
I see my fairies outside.
Used to see something that, is what I want. Is one of the, I forget what they're called, but it's one of them, those little spirit sprints, fairies, whatever. I don't know what they're called, but they do housework.
Oh yeah, right? It is, yes.
Like
yes. Like what Tinkerbell was supposed to be.
Yeah.
A sprite. But you do know, if you see a fairy ring in the forest, you do not step in the center of it.
Oh yeah?
Never walk in the middle of a fairy ring.
And you don't feed gremlins after midnight.
No, you don't. And who is talking about brownies? Oy vey.
I like me some brownies.
Thank you, Margie. Wait, what is wish he'd let you talk? What are you talking about, Evelyn? My comments are mixed up.
Scurry. Movie was Scurry.
You wish who could talk? Am I cutting Rob off?
Am I cutting Jamie off? What'd you say? Don't. Hey, what? Who? What? Don't now.
I bet I know.
Zariana has a friend with a fairy ring in her yard.
A real fairy ring? Where's that? I don't see it. See, I'm missing. Oh. With the little mushroom. Oh, on your buddy's show? Oh, yeah. It's hard to get words in on Paranormal Soup. He wants us to talk more. He does, but he gets excited with the guests, and it's hard to cut in sometimes. He says, I want you guys to talk more, but there's always so much going on that it's just easier to not.
Yeah, that's why we come here and just have verbal diarrhea for 2 hours.
Just do our own thing.
Well, groovy.
That's cool about the fairy ring. Are they like, what kind of mushrooms are they? Because they have some beautiful, oh my gosh, I got stuck on Google. Oh, it's 11. Got stuck on Google the other day, like 2 months ago, looking at all these different fairy rings with like the photography of these mushrooms. Oh my God, I was obsessed.
Yeah, I've seen some of those. They're pretty cool. I have some mushrooms that are ground into a powder for magical experiments. All right. With that being said, it's time to roll on out of here. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. And we will see you again next Wednesday for Weird Wednesday. And maybe some very gremlin leprechaun talk on Paranormal Soup. All right. Y'all have a great rest of the week. Stay safe out there in the crazy world we're living in. And we will catch you later.
Take your vitamin D.
And your zinc.
And your vitamin C.
And C. And we will see you later. Ta-da!